What a nice, peaceful village.
What's going on? It's Dirk the Daring!
The kingdom will know that Dirk the Daring is a villain.
Afternoon, everybody. This is Kevin from Retro Renaissance, and today I want to tell you why Space Ace is so much better than Dragon's Lair.
Space Ace, defender of justice, truth, and the planet Earth. Ace is being attacked by the evil Commander Borg.
Hold your fire! It's that creep. Borg.
Earthlings must surrender to me.
No way, Borg, old buddy.
Oh! Ah! I've been hit!
By the Infanto Ray.
Earthlings must surrender to me.
Struggle with Dexter to regain his manhood. Destroy the Infanto Ray. Defeat the evil Borg.
Hey, Borg! Come on, Kimberly, let's go. I've been hit.
Be valiant, Space Warrior. The fate of Earth is in your hands.
The year was 1983, and you're taking a trip to your local arcade and you walk in. But wait, something's different. What's that sound? You look in the middle of a dark room with the usual arcade atmosphere, and you see a glow of a screen, and it is surrounded by a group of gamers gazing and watching. As you approach, you notice the unique shaped arcade cabinet, and when you finally do see the screen, you are blown away with what you are seeing. This doesn't look like any game, this looks like a movie.
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way.
And the excitement builds as you set your quarter on the screen, taking your place in line. Finally, it is your turn. You put in a quarter. You press start, but nothing happens. You look down at the screen and it says half credit. Wait, half credit? This game takes 50 cents? Yikes. Well, you're already into it, so this is going to be amazing. Let's go for it, and you put in another quarter. The opening starts, and then the game. Boom, you're dead. It starts again. Boom, you're dead. Wait, what? Okay, let's focus this time. I got this. I can do this. It starts again. Boom, you're dead. Game over. This was my experience with Dragon's Lair, and I'm sure I am not the only one. Because this was not really a game as we knew it back in the day. This was more of an interactive movie which you had to do timed steps with in order to complete. Nowadays, those are fairly common, and you can even watch Black Mirror Bandersnatch, and that's pretty similar to what Dragon's Lair was. But if you weren't doing those timed steps, your game was over, no extra lives, no forgiveness. This is Dragon's Lair. While the gameplay itself was less than an amazing experience, the visuals Don Bluth created were mind-blowing and still, to this day, hold up. This artwork is truly amazing. Later, thanks to the success of Dragon's Lair, they would release Space Ace, using a modified Dragon's Lair cabinet. Again, the art, the animations were amazing. This is why, in my opinion, Space Ace is far superior to Dragon's Lair. First, let's talk about our heroes. We got Dirk versus Ace. Dirk is a bumbling buffoon who happens to stumble through the game and sometimes by luck makes it through. Dirk is quiet. As a matter of fact, except for the occasional triumphant sound, this whole game is too quiet. Instead, you'll get the joys of many grunts and oofs throughout the game. Dirk is less brave and acts like he would rather be doing anything else rather than saving Daphne. Honestly, he's probably thinking of going home and playing Pac-Man on his 2600. Now let's talk about Ace. First, let's talk about the energized laser button in Space Ace. This is a huge reason Ace is better. You play as Dexter and Ace. I mean, granted, Dexter is a whiny little brat,
I'll save you, Kimmy!
yet still brave and bold as he tries to save Kimberly. This also gives you that feeling of the Clark Kent versus Superman vibe, which really makes you feel like a superhero. I love seeing that energize flash on the screen, and then the hero score plays as you transition to Ace. He's wisecracking fun and actually has a voice, and it does not detract from the game.
Why, yes.
Would say we have dinner?
Get serious.
I am.
Okay, so I know this is Ace compared to Dirk, but we really can't take away Dexter. He's really just young Ace, so yeah, he can be pretty annoying and has a grating voice, so we'll give a point to Dragon's Lair on this one. Next up, let's talk about Daphne versus Kimberly. Daphne seems a little vapid and a little pretentious and a bit ungrateful. Okay, and anyone getting upset by that needs to calm down because she's not a real person, this is just a video game and it's not meant to be very serious. It was pretty clear what the creators intended by Daphne, it was to draw in the swarms of the teenage boys. As a matter of fact, Rob Mead of ST Format once wrote, "Daphne has to be the dippiest woman on the planet. She's gone and got herself kidnapped again. Can you believe it? This woman is a victim. She might as well walk around with the words 'kidnap me' tattooed on her forehead." And Charlie Barat of Games Raider included her among the 7 damsels you don't want to save, arguing that underneath that skimpy leotard and fluttering eyelashes, Daphne's no deeper than a cardboard cutout, and no smarter than a blow-up doll bimbo. Nothing more than a salacious and cynical bait for your hard-earned quarters. And Dragon's Lair swallowed a lot of quarters. And personally, I think that may be a bit harsh, but the point is made. Point for Ace on this one. Even in the cartoon they would give her more clothing, but she was still pretty clueless.
Sounds exciting. What about the Snow Witch? Will you help us? You're not exactly apple pie, Sir Blunt.
Kimberly seems more strong-willed, more confident. There's not too much about Kimberly in the game itself, however much can be learned by the comic book series. She's a cadet, a fighter, and a hero. And in the cartoon, she would also be the one that needs to take the reins many times as Space Ace was too busy dextering.
I'm in charge now, Dexter, and I say, settle down.
So another point for Space Ace. Now about the story of the two games. The Dragon's Lair story is pretty basic, save the princess. Not much more to it than that. However, Space Ace introduced us to the Infanto Ray, which is why Ace is Dexter for portions of the game. You have to save Kimberly, yes, but you also have to defeat Borf. And Borf is also an actual character who has lines in a bit more depth. And in the end of the game, spoiler alert for this 39-year-old game, you shoot Borf and adopt him.
Oh, Dexter! Isn't he adorable? Can we keep him?
Call me Ace, huh?
Another great thing about Space Ace is that it is more forgiving. In this game you can make mistakes and still keep playing, which was not possible in Dragon's Lair. Space Ace has more interactive gameplay than Dragon's Lair. In Space Ace you have to shoot the enemies, dodge their fire, or else you'll be killed. You can also find hidden items that give you an extra life or points. I do hear there was a secret in Dragon's Lair for unlimited lives, but I've never witnessed it. Dragon's Lair tends to be more linear with little interaction, other than the sword button. And in Space Ace you get the fire, energize, and a difficulty setting. And I remember playing Space Ace and it seemed to require players to react to the on-stage action in order to save the protagonist, whereas Dragon's Lair used animation footage with limited interactivity. And I know Dragon's Lair is the OG, and when I say OG that is not for Laserdisc games as a whole, rather the Don Bluth Laserdisc series, so that's a point for Dragon's Lair. And it does make sense that it would get more accolades, and of course they would make improvements for Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp, but that's not the one we're talking about. I just feel Ace should get the attention it deserves, as when Laserdisc game tales come up it seems to all be about Dirk and Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair seems to get more spin-offs, remakes, and occasionally there will be a Space Ace port, or it's usually a footnote of a Dragon's Lair game. Alright, so now let's tally our score. Dragon's Lair ends with 4 jelly shoes and a can of Aquanet, and Ace has an A-Team van and living on a prayer. The winner is clearly Space Ace. So this is just a quick little video as I was reminiscing about Space Ace. And to those 2 or 3 other people that are watching that aren't my family members, I greatly appreciate your time. Let me know which one you think is better. Space Ace, Dragon's Lair 2? I would love to hear it. I would definitely appreciate a like and subscribe. And if you don't, Borf's gonna turn you into a baby. And if there's something you dislike, please click that link in the description as well. You can always send us an email with the email address in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and bye for now. Have a good day. Bye.
All things 80s, it's gonna be fun. It's Retro Renaissance Channel. Abundant topics, let's take them one by one. Remember hair metal, awesome bands, and Batman fever, that's all we have. TV shows that kept us up all night. It's all right here, subscribe to Retro Renaissance Channel.
There's a special thing that we've just come up against that's the most wonderful thing. It's called a laser disc. And in Dragon's Lair, we put all of the animation onto a piece of film. Then later, we transferred it over to a laser disc. The laser disc has a capability called random access in which it can...
There's a disc right now, by the way. Looks like a shiny record.